Craving sugar every night, binging on the weekends, starting over every Monday again, that's not a willpower problem. That's your nervous system in survival mode. Your hormones are screaming, and your metabolism, it's stuck in protection mode. Until your body feels safe, the cravings won't stop. I know this firsthand because I lived it. I used to be over 200 pounds. I was shrinking in photos, canceling plans, and smiling through shame. I thought food was the problem, but it was actually the only thing that made me feel safe. So I restricted 800 calories, Special K, protein bars, trying to get the weight off fast. And I did, but I couldn't keep it off. Every time I restricted, I binged harder. I'd be perfect all week, Monday through Friday, and then spiral into 5,000 plus calories in a day on the weekends. I thought I lacked willpower, but what I actually lacked was the right system. Cravings aren't weakness. They're survival signals. They show up when your blood sugar crashes, cortisol spikes, when your brain needs dopamine, or your nervous system is just done. So no, the answer isn't another glass of water, or brushing your teeth, or chewing gum. The answer is understanding what your body actually needs so you can stop the cycle for good. That's what changed everything for me. And that's exactly what I'm gonna show you today. And the biggest mistakes that I see 95% of women make, leading to more intense cravings, plus fast fixes to get permanent results. But if you're done feeling out of control around food, if you're exhausted from starting over every Monday, if you want to shed fat, crush cravings, build lean muscle, and still eat carbs, travel, and live your life, then this is your chance. On May 8th, I'm hosting my free Cravings and Metabolism Masterclass. And it's the most important training I've ever given. Inside, I'll show you the exact 3-step system I use with my high-level clients to stop late-night binges without cutting carbs, stabilize your hunger hormones, and melt stubborn fat for good. Eliminate cravings in just 7 days without willpower and without tracking, and build your dream body even with a busy schedule, social life, and real life stress. If you're tired of fighting your body and ready to finally feel in control again, this masterclass is a non-negotiable. The link is in the description for you. It's 100% free, but spots are limited and filling fast. So make sure you grab yours now, and I will see you there. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ayler, a FDN practitioner, certified strength and conditioning specialist, holistic nutrition consultant, GAPS practitioner, and I hold a 4-year degree in kinesiology. I have helped over 1,000 women over 40 eliminate intense cravings in as little as 1 week while shedding 5 to 40 pounds of fat, building muscle, and finally feeling confident in their bodies again. Most of these women came to me after trying every diet out there: low carb, low calorie, overtraining, even fasting themselves into burnout. And nothing worked long term. Here's what we're covering today. The first thing we're gonna dive into are the 3 real science-backed reasons your cravings feel out of control, none of which are being talked about in typical diet advice. Next, we'll go into the hormone and blood sugar science that explains why cravings spike at night even if you've eaten perfectly all day, and the exact shifts I give to my high-level clients to eliminate those intense cravings without cutting carbs or counting your calories. Here's the truth most nutrition videos won't tell you. There are 3 core systems that drive persistent, hard to control cravings. The first one is blood sugar instability. When you skip meals, undereat, or rely too heavily on caffeine, your blood sugar spikes and crashes. This triggers adrenaline, followed by intense sugar cravings to stabilize energy. Even if you're eating clean, you may be unknowingly living in a stress craving loop. The second one is hormonal chaos. low progesterone, cortisol dysregulation, estrogen dominance. All of these are incredibly common in women over 40, and every single one of them increases cravings, especially at night. Cortisol and insulin are connected. If one is off, the other usually follows. And until you address the root cause, your cravings will continue. The third one, metabolic rigidity. If your metabolism is so inflamed or suppressed that it only knows how to burn sugar, it will keep demanding more of it. What we want is metabolic flexibility, the ability to burn both carbs and fat efficiently. And that requires real food, enough protein, muscle stimulus, and rest. So what's the difference between a craving and real hunger? True hunger builds gradually and can be satisfied with a range of whole foods. Cravings are specific, urgent, and emotionally charged. Your brain wants a fix fast. And the more inflamed your nervous system is, the louder those cravings will get. Here's what I see all the time. Women trying to white knuckle through cravings instead of understanding what's causing them. Let's talk about the 5 biggest mistakes I see and what to do instead. Stay tuned to the end because I have a bonus tip for you that I see 95% of women making cravings even more intense. The truth you haven't learned yet, your metabolism isn't broken. It's different. Hormones like progesterone, DHEA, and thyroid output slow down naturally with age. And if you're still skipping meals, overtraining, or doing fasted workouts like you used to, your body interprets that as stress. So what happens? More cortisol, less blood sugar control, and by 8 p.m., you're raiding the pantry not because you caved, but because your body is trying to survive. Try eating breakfast within 90 minutes of waking. Prioritize slow carbs and protein in the second half of your day. Stop treating your 30s like your 20s. My client Jen was doing her college hit workouts, fasting until noon, and eating 1,200 calories. Once we rebuilt her meal timing and dropped cardio to 3 times a week, her late night eating disappeared in just 7 days. What you haven't learned yet is most women think their cravings are about sugar, but often they're actually about minerals. Low sodium leads to low aldosterone, then low blood pressure, giving you low energy. And when you don't have enough sodium, your body literally can't hold hydration, which means your adrenals stay in panic mode and cravings stay on. Sodium is essential for glucose absorption, nutrient transport, and adrenal regulation. It's also the first thing your body dumps under chronic stress. So even if you're drinking a gallon of water, if you're not replacing sodium, your cells are still thirsty, and your cravings are your body screaming for stability. You're not low energy because of willpower or aging. You're low energy because your minerals are shot, and your body is trying to fix it through chips, chocolate, or anything salty and fatty. Within 30 minutes of waking, have around 8 to 12 ounces of water. You could add a pinch of mineral-rich salt or an electrolyte. I love LMNT, I use the unflavored, and I will link it in the description for you with a free sample pack with purchase. Do this again at your most stressful time of the day. Mid-morning slump, pre-dinner, or pre-workout. My client Michelle was craving chips and fries every afternoon, even though she was eating clean. I had her add a half of a packet of electrolytes plus 8 ounces of water mid-morning and again around 3 p.m. Within a week, she told me, I don't even think about snacks anymore. I feel level for the first time in years. What you haven't learned yet is if you're not sleeping, you will crave more, period. One night of poor sleep drops leptin, your I'm full signal, by up to 25% and raises ghrelin, your hunger hormone, by 15 to 20%. On top of that, your insulin sensitivity goes down and your brain demands quick energy. Studies show that after 5 nights of disrupted sleep, your cortisol stays elevated all day, you crave 45% 50% more sugar and salt, your body stores more belly fat even with no change in calories. This is why you can eat clean and still feel puffy, snacky, and bloated the next morning. Your body's not lazy, it's inflamed. You didn't fall off your plan. Your hormones fell out of rhythm. Prioritize sleep like it's your #1 fat loss tool. Lights off by 9:30, screens off by 8. Give your body the rhythm it's begging for. Becca was crushing her workouts and food, but her belly fat wouldn't budge. Once we focused only on sleep for a week, no food changes, she dropped 4 pounds of inflammation, started waking up without cravings, and finally felt calm in her body again. What you haven't learned yet is if your fast is longer than your sleep or your meal is smaller than your toddler's, you're not helping your metabolism. You're putting it in panic mode. Cortisol spikes, blood sugar drops, and by 4 p.m., your body is screaming for comfort. Fasting without fuel leads to nervous system stress. Your body makes it through the morning on adrenaline, then crashes into cravings as soon as that cortisol runs out. Eat your first meal within 90 minutes of waking. Make it a calm breakfast. Protein, a fat, slow digesting carb, and add a pinch of sea salt. If you want to fast, fast after dinner, not before breakfast. My client Alicia thought she had a willpower problem. She was fasting until 1 p.m. and crashing hard every evening. Once we moved her first meal to 9 a.m. with a blood sugar stabilizing combo, the nighttime eating disappeared in just 3 days. What you haven't learned yet is when you go too low carb, especially without lifting weights or sleeping over 8 hours, your brain runs out of glucose. That's when cravings spike, sleep breaks, and your body can't recover. You restrict carbs all day, then binge at night, or you do good all week Monday through Friday, then snap on the weekend. That's not a lack of control, that's poor fuel timing. Add slow digesting carbs to dinner. Think squash, beets, or root vegetables. With added fat, maybe avocado and salt. Track how you sleep, how you wake up, how much less you snack. One of my clients, Christina, cut out all carbs and was waking up between 2 to 3 a.m. every night. Once we added a half of a cup of mashed sweet potato and sea salt to dinner, she stopped craving sugar and started sleeping through the night. What you haven't learned yet is you don't just need macros. You need real texture, chewing, digestion, and nutrient variety to turn off cravings. Bars and shakes keep your body in survival mode because they're pre-digested and processed. So your brain never gets the "I'm full, we're done" message. Satiety is triggered by mechanical chewing, which stimulates your leptin, which is your "I'm full" hormone. Sensory satification, which is your taste, smell, and temperature, and gut signaling, which are your stomach's stretch receptors and amino acid detection. You skip all 3 when you drink your lunch and snack on a bar in the car. You think you're eating enough, but your body doesn't register it. So it keeps asking for something more until it wins at night. That's not a binge behavior, that's unmet needs from earlier. Ditch 1 bar or shake today and replace it with a real plate. Cooked protein, fiber, healthy fat, and a starchy carb. Sit down and chew it. Let your body receive food like it's meant to. My client Kara was having 2 shakes and a protein bar daily. She was proud of how clean she was eating, but still binging 4 nights a week. We swapped her afternoon shake for leftover salmon, rice, and veggies. Cravings gone in just 6 days. And she felt more energized with fewer total calories. Cravings aren't random, and they're not bad. They're a message from your body telling you something's off. Fuel, stress, gut, sleep, minerals. But if your first reaction is to fight the craving, not listen to it, you miss the solution entirely. I now eat more than I ever have. I strength train, I sleep, I fuel my body. I don't binge anymore, not because I'm more disciplined, but because my system is finally working with me, not against me. And I've helped thousands of women over 30, 40, even 60 eliminate their cravings, lose stubborn fat, and finally feel confident around food again. If this hit home for you and you want to lose 5 to 40 pounds without starving, skipping dinner dates, or obsessing over food, then you need to be in my free masterclass on cravings, hormones, and sustainable fat loss, where I walk you through the exact blueprint I use with my high-level clients to shut down late-night cravings without cutting carbs, stabilize your hunger hormones to finally shed fat for good, eliminate binges in 7 days with one simple shift, no over-restriction needed, and build your dream body with travel, events, and real life still happening. This isn't another diet talk or mindset hype. It's a step-by-step metabolic strategy that rewires your cravings, builds lean muscle, and gives you energy through the roof in just 90 days. If you're done starting over every Monday and ready for a real transformation that lasts, save your seat using the link in the description and drop Craveless in the comments if you're coming. It's free, powerful, and it's gonna change everything for you. But remember, spots are limited, so make sure you go to the description and sign up now. Your cravings aren't a problem, they're a signal. And once you fix the system that created them, your body starts working with you, not against you. So if you want to take this even further, watch the next video that I'm going to link here on my channel on how to eat to lower your cortisol and stop storing belly fat. I'll show you exactly how to support your hormones through food timing, stress regulation, and blood sugar control, step by step. I'll see you there.